Entering settings screen, you have 18 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the New York Jets. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Ryan. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards, the final tally.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that'll open things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
On your team. 51, jump. Check 26, check 26. Rush in, rush in. 20. Jumping. Hey, watch in. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Ryan's pass taken in by Ridley. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
From the 27, Ryan. Jones has it. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones. His third touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Darnold. On the catch, it's Crowder. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. Caught here by Bell. And a nice spin into some open field. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the 50, it's Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. Still on his feet. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Come on.
shotgun snap for Darnold. And it's caught by Herndon. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Darnold going to lead the offense up first and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Darnold now to throw. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down. That his first incompletion after a 4 for 4 start.
Yeah, but they shouldn't back off from what they're doing. I like the play calling right out of the gate. I like the tone that they're setting. Keep going in that direction.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Shift.
Darnold from the gun. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 20-yard line. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Darnold. Anderson a first down and more. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Now Bell. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Escaping, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Vic Beasley making it look easy, cruising in for the sack.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. And the 13-year man puts it through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. That will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny. We had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator, and what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
At their own 30-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
First down, Falcons.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
7, Jets 3.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Defense wins championship.
Ito Smith, his first carry. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. That was shades of Tennessee volunteer football back in the 80s with Charles Davis coming up from the secondary to make the tackle for a loss.
You mean my teammates doing that, right? Because they would tell you, my coach would say, where's that tape? I want to see that. But how about the complete package there? Not just playing the pass, but being a willing tackler and making a really nice play.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
One of the things you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day. Check.
On third down, Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 40. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Ryan, and finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. They go play action with Ryan. He's got his man on the crossing route. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A first down carry for Smith. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry.
On 2nd and 9, Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
Check 9, check 9. Check 3, check 3.
From the shotgun, Ryan. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. A try here for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
The face mask moves them all the way out past the 40 now for first down. Now it's Darnold. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Back to throw, Darnold. Going deep now for Herndon. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
When offenses dial up big shots downfield, they're not always for the guys out wide. Sometimes they want to go to their big target, deep downfield, and the defense breathes a sigh of relief. 50-50 balls, not easy to get away from the big targets.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw is Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vic Beasley picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
You must be dreaming. Check, check. Lucky. Gun. 54, south. Slam.
From the gun, it's Ryan. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Watch twist. Showing up. Hey, Bricklin. Gun. Ringo. Mine's 54.
Operating from the gun. Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
And the Falcon first down.
Down. Ready. Back 25. Get up.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
You don't want none. Alert 3. Check 52. Check. 51, south.
To throw again is Ryan. Complete to Jones. And he's got this down to the 35. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 35. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
21.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the draw, this is Smith. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 36-yard line.
280. 57. You don't want nothing. Hey, South. Hey, gun. You don't want it. Watch twist.
From the gun, Ryan. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
On 3rd and 1, Ryan. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
Here's Ryan. They'll set up the screen to Smith. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one.
At the 14-yard line.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
57 to Mike. Hey, pick you. 22. He's coming. 58. He's coming. Double up.
Again, Ryan. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Throwing again, Ryan. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Matt Ryan now 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Falcons push further out in front. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Darnold got his man. It's Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but, boy, that was textbook defense, exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. The shotgun snap for Darnold. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken at about the 14. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. If they needed a break, they needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Come on, switch it. Lady. Mike, check, 59.
After the interception, here's Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Vic Beasley able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Darnold. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. 3rd and long, it's Darnold. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. To throw is Ryan. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a 1st down for the Falcons.
Down, ready, 20, 36. Shift, watch the shift. 25, check it out.
On 1st down, it's Smith. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
Ready? You can't block me. You can't block me. Hey, check Mike 45.
So following the fumble recovery, here's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Slam.
Darnold now to throw. This is Bell on the dump off. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On the catch, it's Crowder. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Hey, one set. Check, Mike. 51, sub.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Ryan, and he'll find Hall. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down.
Hey, switch gears.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Got a man on the right sideline. It's Hall. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the 1st.
First down.
Ready, like 25. Hey, wait.
From the shotgun, they run with Smith. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll run it again with Smith. Oh, good move. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Under 10.
Operating from the gun, Ryan. It's caught by Davis. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards and a 1st down for Atlanta.
17 yards. First down, Atlanta.
Ryan now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Check 26.
Now Ito Smith. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So we've got a challenge. Our referee's going to take another look on the tablet. He's going to be watching to see if the knee was down prior to the ball coming out.
Oh, I love what you just said there. You nailed it, because if the ball's shifting or moving before the knee or any other part of the body hits the ground, then that'll be considered a fumble.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th.
Ready, like 25. 54, Mike. I got it. Rush in. 51. Hey, South.
Falls Following the fumble recovery, it's Ryan. Going right side here, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
First down.
Got it. Like 25. Watch by 4. Hey, express. Hey, watch it.
They'll run on first down. It's Smith, and not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Got it. Like 25. Check. Watch 54. Wait. Hey, keep it up.
On 2nd and 9, Ryan, and finding the tight end Hooper. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Smith trying to run for it, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. After the penalty, it's Smith. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the great move out of the bag, but couldn't do a ton with it. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard.
Smith is the lone man in the backfield here as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Now Ryan. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Blowing that play up was Henry Anderson.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
He's checking. Crash. 39. Shift.
From the shotgun, Ryan. Flushed out right. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Matt Ryan connecting on his 4th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Falcons push further out in front. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Check safety. Kill. Blue draw Corkers.
From the 31, Darnold. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. He finds his target. It's Crowder. The 40. The 20. 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Jamison Crowder. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. Stephen Hauschka for the point after. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Face. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. I'm coming.
Play action. Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stomp.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They go back to the ground with Smith. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuck that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The Falcons on third down. They've been automatic. How about 8 for 8 in the game thus far? This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun, it's Ryan. And that will be incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt.
That's it, baby. We don't work.
At their own 20-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. Check. Fred, 80.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Darnold from the gun. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. That's complete. It's Bell. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
On first down, Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Darnold. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Here's Darnold. Throw complete to Herndon. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Kill. Pilot, 64.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. It's Williams on the catch. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Mike spot 4. Let's go. Let's get this ball back.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So backed up closer to the danger zone here from the 2. This is 2nd and long.
He's coming. 54, south.
Staying on the ground, this time it's Smith. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really.